My daughter, why have you done this to your father? Did you bring a poor man home?
Papa, this wheelbarrow is sweeter than all the luxury cars in the whole world.
Sir, your daughter likes this wheelbarrow. We will be fine.
Stop pushing that wheelbarrow, the bride's father screamed as the groom calmly lifted his new wife into an old rusty wheelbarrow instead of his brand new luxury car. The whole village burst into laughter. Your daughter married a madman. But the bride did not climb out. Instead, she smiled because she knew one secret that nobody else knew. And before the sun came up the next morning, the people laughing the loudest would be begging for forgiveness. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe for more powerful African stories filled with shocking twists, family secrets, and unforgettable endings. Now, let's begin. In the quiet village of Umodike lived a beautiful young woman named Amara. She was kind. She respected everyone. She worked hard every single day, helping her widowed mother sell roasted yams in the village market. Many rich men came asking for her hand in marriage. Some came with expensive cars, others brought gifts of gold. She refused every one of them. People laughed. You are poor. You should marry the richest man quickly. But Amara always answered the same way. I want a good heart, not just a full pocket. One market day, a quiet young man arrived in the village. He wore simple clothes. He greeted everyone with respect. He helped an old woman whose basket had fallen into the mud. He repaired a broken bridge with his own hands. He never told anyone who he really was. The villagers believed he was just another poor traveler. Only one person noticed something different. Amara. She saw how children followed him happily, how old people smiled whenever he greeted them. She saw kindness. Weeks later, the young man asked to marry her. Her mother smiled with joy, but the rest of the family became angry. Her uncle shouted, "You want to marry this poor man? He owns nothing." Another aunt laughed. "Ha! He cannot even buy a motorcycle." The young man remained calm. I may not look rich today, but I promise I will always protect her. The family laughed louder. Still, Amara accepted his proposal. Their wedding was simple but beautiful. After the ceremony, everyone waited outside. They expected to see a long convoy of cars. Instead, the young man disappeared behind a small shed. Moments later, he came back pushing an old rusty wheelbarrow. The crowd became silent. Then, laughter exploded everywhere. "Look, he wants to carry his wife like market goods." Children pointed. Women covered their mouths while laughing. Amara's father felt ashamed. "My daughter, don't embarrass us." But the groom gently looked at his bride. "My love, will you trust me?" Without saying a word, Amara smiled. She carefully climbed into the wheelbarrow. The laughter became even louder. Some people rolled on the ground laughing. Others recorded everything. Her relatives shook their heads. "This marriage won't last 1 week." The groom slowly pushed the wheelbarrow through the village. People mocked them from every corner. Yet, Amara never looked ashamed. She simply held his hand. After leaving the village, they reached a quiet mango tree. The groom finally stopped. He helped her down. Then he smiled. "You never asked me why." Amara smiled back. "I don't need to. I trust you." The young man took out a small key. He opened an old wooden gate hidden behind thick bushes. Beyond the gate stood a huge mansion, beautiful gardens, luxury cars. Security guards quickly ran forward. "Welcome home, sir." The guards bowed. Amara stood completely still. The quiet traveler was one of the richest businessmen in the country. He had hidden his wealth from everyone. "Why?" she whispered. The man smiled. "My late father always said, 'Never marry someone who loves your money.' I wanted to know who truly respected people." Tears filled Amara's eyes. She hugged him tightly. "I would have married you even if this house never existed." The husband smiled. "I know." The next morning, news spread through the village like wildfire. "The poor traveler is a billionaire." Nobody believed it. Soon, long lines of expensive black vehicles entered the village. The same relatives who mocked him rushed toward the mansion carrying gifts. The uncle who insulted him arrived first. "My son, we were only joking yesterday." The aunt brought baskets of fruit. "We have always loved you." Even neighbors who laughed the loudest came smiling. But something strange happened. The guards politely stopped everyone. "The master is busy." No one entered. Hours later, the groom finally came outside with Amara beside him. He greeted everyone respectfully. Then he asked one simple question. "When I pushed my wife in the wheelbarrow yesterday, who among you walked beside us?" Silence. Nobody answered. He looked at another person. "Who defended my wife when everyone laughed?" Again, silence. Only one old widow slowly stepped forward. "I did. I told them love is more important than riches." The billionaire smiled warmly. He thanked the old woman. Then he built her a brand new house. He paid for her grandchildren's school fees. The entire village watched in surprise. Then he turned back to Amara's relatives. "You judged me before you knew me. You laughed at honest work. You laughed at a wheelbarrow. But that wheelbarrow carried something more valuable than all my cars. It carried trust." Everyone lowered their heads. Nobody could speak. Months later, the billionaire built a clean water well for the village. He repaired the old school. He built a health center for mothers and children. People finally understood something important. His greatest treasure had never been his money. It was the wife who stood beside him when she believed he had nothing. Every time children asked about the old rusty wheelbarrow standing beside the mansion gate, Amara smiled. That wheelbarrow reminds us that true love does not ride on expensive cars. It rides on trust. And from that day on, whenever someone laughed at another person's humble beginning, the elders would simply point toward the old rusty wheelbarrow. Nobody laughed anymore, because everyone remembered the day a rusty wheelbarrow carried not just a bride, but the greatest lesson the village had ever learned. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more unforgettable African village stories, and share this with someone who believes true love is worth more than riches. Until next time, remember, people may judge what they see, but only time reveals what is truly hidden inside a person's heart.